Good evening and welcome to Powwow Nation Live. This is the show from PowWows.com where we connect with you each week right here on our Facebook and YouTube page. So thanks for joining us. My name is Paul Gatter. If you are new here, thanks. And I'm so happy that these weird algorithms have surfaced our videos to you. Please come on over to our website. Check us out. We have a wide array of powwow information, including how to find powwows near you. So go on over to powwows.com/powwows near me. Get signed up for our newsletter so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming powwows and all the other stuff we have going on. Tonight, we are going to draw the winners for our June giveaway, including an 8th generation blanket and some other prizes. Each month we do a giveaway. powwows.com/win is where you can always find out about what's going on with our giveaways. We'll have a new one starting soon, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Again, subscribe to our newsletter where you don't miss out on any of those kinds of announcements. I do want to catch everybody up on some things, and I got some announcements before we get to the drawing. So, first of all, thanks so much for being here again. I missed you guys last week, and I always miss being here on our live show. Last week we were really excited, though. I hated to miss it, but it was for a really good reason. You know, we love to travel, and last week we had a really special opportunity. Marshall is back in the house. Thanks, Marshall. It's good to see you, man. But we had a really special opportunity. If you follow us, you know that our daughter went down to Florida for a college program with Disney World, and she did that for a year. Then she's decided to stay down there, do online classes, and work at Disney World. So during that college program, it was really hard for her to get time off, and they worked them pretty hard. And now that she's a regular cast member, she's been building up her tenure to actually build up some time off. But we finally found a few days where the three of us could get away. So we hopped on a cruise for a quick getaway down there, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale. Strange twist, but it was an incredible cruise, and we're so thankful that the three of us got to get away together, and that was super fun. But strange twist, if you've been following the news and seen the crazy story that happened on a cruise ship where the little girl fell off the side, the dad jumped in right after her, and they rescued him. That's the ship we were on. Now, we just disembarked a few days before that happened, so we weren't on that sailing. But yeah, it was literally like 2 or 3 days after we got off the ship. Really crazy. And what an incredible story. That does not happen very often. Well, first of all, it doesn't happen very often that people fall overboard. And when it does, it's usually not a good ending because it is so hard to see people in those big waves and stuff. We've been on a sailing before where we rescued a ship, a makeshift raft where people were trying to escape Cuba. We have rescued twice. We've been on sailings where we rescued them, and we were standing on the deck and people were pointing. You could barely see a ship with like 12 people, or a raft with 12 people on it. So the fact that they were able to turn the ship around, get a boat to them, a small boat to these two people so quickly, they had them rescued within 20 minutes. So congratulations to the staff there and the crew. Amazing thing. But yeah, it's so weird that we were on that ship. We actually have a good friend who works on the cruise ship. So she texted us as the story was breaking and telling us, wow, it's so crazy that all that happened. Yeah, Marshall, it was such a good trip, man. It was so much fun. And so we're home for a couple of weeks now. As far as our travel plans go, we're home. Actually, our next trip will be going back down to Florida for our daughter's birthday. She's turning 21. So we're going to go down there and celebrate with her for a couple of days. And then our next big trip. Oh, man, this is kind of the trip of a lifetime. And I'm so excited, but I don't get to go. My wife's a travel agent. If you ever need travel planning, her services are free, so check her out. But she has gotten an opportunity from a company that works with her agency, and they've invited her to go on a river cruise down the river, some river in France. So she's going to explore little small towns and villages for 7 days on a river cruise with some of her other agent friends. Such an amazing trip. They got so many cool things planned, but I'll be home except for our quick trip to Florida for I think we're going to be down there for like 2 days. Other than that, I'm home for July, which is exciting. We get caught up on some things. So look for I got some new projects coming out. So look for those. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter because that's where they're going to be. All right, let's get to some other stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Where has your travel plans been this summer? Or is your summer trip still coming up? let me know. It's been interesting in the travel industry, and I'm really curious to watch and see how some of these powwows report this. Um, as far as the travel, we're hearing overall with the travel industry that travel is down, especially international travel coming into the U.S. Canadians are traveling a lot less into the United States, so a lot of tourist destinations are hurting. We went down, was it Memorial Day weekend? Our friends have a house down in Pawleys Island. We went down there for a couple of days, and that area, Myrtle Beach, was reporting that it was like the lowest crowds for Memorial Day weekend in decades. So pretty interesting to see what's going to happen with travel, and I'm hoping powwows aren't affected. So get in your car, let's head out to a powwow this weekend. And so speaking of that, let's talk about what all is going on this weekend. This is such a popular weekend for powwows. There are so many going on. Here are just a few to highlight. Over on our calendar, PowWows.com/calendar, you can find all of that there. If you're in Michigan, up in the the northwest area, we got one going on this weekend. They got some pretty cool specials with the Sweetheart Special and several others. So check that one out. Daniel Tramper, our friend, is putting on the Cherokee 4th of July powwow again this year up there in Cherokee, North Carolina. I'm talking to Daniel. Hopefully we'll be streaming this one next year, so stay tuned for that. But this year they're going to be going on July 4th through the 6th. Some really good specials and categories, and Daniel puts on a great powwow. So check that up there in North Carolina. I say up there because I'm in South Carolina. Northern Cheyenne 4th of July powwow over in Lame Deer, Montana, July 4th, 5th, and 6th. They've got hand games, youth powwow, gourd dancing, and fireworks, and so much more. So check that out if you're over in that part of the country. Northern Navajos having theirs in Shiprock, New Mexico, July 4th and 5th. Check that out over in the Southwest. Open that one twice, sorry. And then over in Nebraska, Rosebud Casino is going to be having their powwow. Go check that out. That's just a July 4th powwow, just a one-dayer. And then July 5th over in Virginia, Cortland, Virginia. This is going to be going on. The Nottoway Indian Green Corn Powwow. So War Paint's going to be up there. That's cool. All right, so go check that one out if you're over here on the East Coast. And that's just a few of the powwows that are going on. Go check out the calendar for even more, including where PowWows.com will be this weekend. Michael and Dolores are heading out to Sisseton for that powwow. So if you're able to make it, head over to that. It's going to be, I'm pulling up that information now. Would love to see you there live, but if not, we will be streaming live for you. And here's that information. 158th Annual Sisseton Wasipi over in Agency Village, South Dakota, July 4th through the 6th. So find out more about that, or just join us live on Facebook or YouTube. We'll be streaming it live, and you can watch it on PowWows.com as well. Marshall, where are you heading tomorrow? Let me know where you're going to be, man. Hello from Peru. Thanks for watching. That's really awesome. Okay, I do have some other things to talk about before we get to the drawing, including we do have a good sale going on right now. So head on over to our PowWows.com/shop. Let me pull up our sale and show you some of the things that we have on sale right now. And that includes, we got 30% off our white sage. Indigenous owned farm is putting that together. 50% off one of our stickers. We've got some Pendleton bookmarks marked down for 30%, 21%. Some of our stickers are anywhere from 15% to 40% off. I think one's 50% off. So, and we got some Pendleton mouse pads as well as other things. It's a good sale and free shipping. Shop PowWows.com/shop. Go check that out. And if you are starting your back to school shopping or anything else, if you're shopping on Amazon, please go to PowWows.com/Amazon first. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but Amazon does give us a little commission for anything you buy after you visit our link. So thanks for that. There we go. Okay, all of those are gone. All right, let's get to the drawing. So this was our June giveaway, and the prizes include this 8th generation blanket, as well as a set of pins from 8th generation, one of our powwow coloring books, and 25 of our Powwow Nation stickers. So I'll be mailing out quite a bit tomorrow or this weekend. So if you're one of the winners, stay tuned for that. Juanita says these powwows are looking, those powwows are going to be super great. Yeah, it's going to be a really cool weekend of powwowing. So make sure you don't miss any of that. All right, let's get to the drawing. Here. Congratulations, everybody, for that. Appreciate the support. We had over 150,000 entries into the contest. It's not people, 157,000 different entries into it. So that's pretty incredible. You guys really did a lot. All right, so new one starting soon. Marshall says you're going to try to dance next year. Hey, man, that's awesome. Really, really cool. So other things going on. Live stream this weekend. Here is our list. We had a meeting with our live stream team the other day. Here, this is just July. So next weekend we'll be streaming from Prairie Island and Calgary Stampede, 2 live streams that weekend. The weekend after that, Sioux Valley, Fort Totten, the week of July 25th, and then Fisher River, July 29th. Then in August, we've got Crow Fair, Scamitson, the Morongo Hunting Moon, Choctaw. I mean, so many others. And there's still a couple of powwows pending, maybe for July and August. So lots of opportunities. Please come out and watch our live streams. Hope you enjoy those. Timmy's Jimmy says perfect placement. All right. Yeah, so lots of live streams coming up. Speaking of, if you're not able to watch, which is great, it's okay. Share it, let other people know about it. But other ways you can help support us, and that is joining our Patreon or our Powwow Nation Insiders. And here's some of the folks that have done that. So really appreciate that support. If you want to help out what we're doing, the best thing you can do is share, like, comment, click our stuff. And that tells Facebook, YouTube, and all these other platforms, Instagram, everybody that you actually like it, and they should show it to more people. So do that. PowWowNation.com, you can join our Patreon. I always appreciate your support over there. Subscribe to our newsletter, PowWows.com/powwows near me. And hey, if you're starting a side hustle, if you're a business owner, I do some one-on-one coaching, as well as have some courses on how to grow your business. So you can check that out over at paulgowder.com. And if you're new to powwows and everything else, hey, we have some information for you. PowWows.com/powwow101. That is a free email series where I take you through what the grand entry is, how to find a powwow near you, the etiquette, the do's, the don'ts, what to bring, and what all the dance styles mean. I walk you through all of it with a series of emails. It is a really popular email series. People really enjoy it. So if you are new, or if you've only been to a few and you have some questions, check it out. PowWows.com/powwow101. Put a lot of effort into that one. I love that series of emails we have. All right, everybody. Thanks so much again for tuning in tonight. Good luck. I hope it was you that won one. and stay tuned for our next giveaways. Thanks so much for all your support and all you do. I hope you get to spend some time with the family this weekend. And if you are, heading to a barbecue or heading to a powwow, drive safe, be careful, and give your family a hug. I'll see you soon, everybody. Thanks, and have a wonderful weekend.